It's really important for people to understand that we're in a difficult situation right now. We have all of the population growth that's going on. We have all of the industrial impacts that are going on, and those aren't going to stop. If we try to rely solely on salmon recovering with the systems that we have right now, it's going to be extremely difficult to do. This particular project was conceived when a group of about 6 or 8 of us sat down and said, look, we got to do something for the whales. This is going to become an issue. Chinook are their primary food. What can we do to help this situation? And that was about 6 or 7 years ago. Now you've seen the fruition of it here. We're in the 5th year of this project, producing Chinook salmon. The thinking was that we would increase the food supply for southern resident whales when they're feeding in Juan de Fuca Strait. Tom Davis, I was fishing before I went to elementary school. My dad was first he started out as a commercial cod fisherman. Then he went into guiding in the 1950s. At the same time, he was designing fishing lures that sustained the family for almost 60 years. Chinook salmon in particular have been a very important part of our family for a long period of time. Been an advisor on the Sport Fishing Advisory Board. I've also been on the Pacific Salmon Commission, and I've done enhancement work on other small streams. They're going to feed them here for a set period of time, and then they're going to release them into Sooke. Then they're probably going to migrate right up the coast into southeast Alaska, where they're going to rear for at least 2 or 3 years, and then return in their last year as adults. Projects like this where you're producing fish in the absence of wild fish because perhaps the habitat, et cetera, has been damaged, it benefits fishermen. It benefits native fishermen, commercial fishermen, recreational fishermen. But primarily this project was intended to provide more food for the whales. I'm a strong supporter of intelligent, targeted hatchery programs. Recreational fishing is important for this area. And not just that, it's this type of work, enhancement in streams, restoration in streams. Anglers were the primary group of people. They will answer the call if there is more of this work that needs to be done, and have done it for over 40 years. The government needs to recognize one of their greatest potential allies. This is a valuable resource that we have. We have to protect it. The federal government has done a horrible job of their mandate, which is to conserve and protect salmon, and they have to rely on people like anglers and angling groups to do that for them. So you got all these things going on, and yet you've got people saying, well, just stop fishing, everything's going to be okay. You know, you have to look at everything in its totality.